Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your end of March 2025 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. Just a quick announcement. I recently said I was going to move all my tarot readings to my second channel, and I rethunk that because that wasn't my first plan, and I don't know what got into me. I thought it would just be like a clean break, but I had always wanted to just have one series on this channel because it's there are people that like both, but also just demonstrating the way that I do tarot because I get private readings there through tarot, and it's good to let people know how you work. So that's why I'm going to at least do one series. And plus, it's more versatile. When I first started, I was just going to do astrology. And then I realized, to grow my channel, tarot, I realized how popular tarot was. And that's when I started doing the tarot. So, yes, you could say it's kind of for multiple reasons, but I would love to just have like separate things, but unfortunately, that ship has sailed where, it's kind of gotten mixed in together. So I'm a little bit leery of just completely cutting it off from here. But if you do like tarot a lot, do check out my second channel. It's called Tarot Alchemy by Raina Moon, because I intend to put other readings there, like love readings and, monthlies, that kind of thing. Maybe even other special topics, just because, but I say intend because my first responsibility is to this channel, but also to my private readings. I'm not a machine. I'm sure there are some people that they just like crank out videos and crank out private readings, and I'm not really like that. Once in a while I can be like that, but not all the time. So anyway, this is my new deck, the latest one. I got this a couple of weeks ago, I think. I really like it. It doesn't have a lot of reviews yet on Amazon because I think it came out in December or something. It's pretty recent. It's called the Flower Child Tarot. So it's got like a 60s theme in terms of the bright colors and graphics. But it's, fairly faithful to Rider Waite, so it's not totally out in left field like some tarot decks are. So that's nice. I'll pick an additional card. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Hierophant, and this is a card that is connected to Taurus for whatever reason. I mean, can you imagine Taurus as a clergy figure? That's absurd. If anything, it would be Sagittarius. And luckily, a couple of tarot experts agree with me. But anyway, the Hierophant is about religion, your beliefs, your faith, but also about tradition and conforming to tradition. Can be a card of marriage as a result of that. And so that might be what is on your plate. Now, that sometimes can be that someone is contemplating marriage, but they're not sure if that's really for them. It can be, it's so funny. Oh, isn't that hilarious? Look at the past position, High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess is not the same as the Hierophant. The Hierophant would be more like organized religion. The High Priestess would be, that kind of woo-woo stuff. And, Scorpio, you're kind of more woo-woo because you rule the eighth house. Hierophant would be more of the ninth house. That's Sagittarius, like organized religion, versus woo-woo. And I think for some Scorpio people, even though Scorpio isn't like just the run-of-the-mill conforming type of sign, you still do seem to believe in tradition, I would say overall. And you might be kind of hiding your witchy ways. And, especially if you were raised in a traditional type of environment, church environment, where that kind of thing was frowned upon, you might be like really wanting to bring that out in yourself, but you're afraid to. Well, guess what? If you have a calling, you have a calling. So embrace that. The house you rule, the eighth house, is all about personal alchemy or transformation, shamanism, paganism, things that are not, that have been, in some cases, persecuted or tried to, or suppressed. Esoteric wisdom, occult, meaning hidden studies. Also, the Hierophant could even relate to your opposite sign of Taurus. So, the your marriage partner, the high priestess knows that something is going on, but they don't know what it is. The higher message is the Page of Pentacles. In terms of messages, pages are messages, and Pentacles is the earth element. So it can be that to me it can be like hidden in plain sight. The truth is there if you're willing to look at it. Like the evidence is plain to see. Also, kind of favoring that. And I think sometimes people make things convoluted because they're in denial. But also in terms of Page of Pentacles can be studies. So you may decide to study something that has a spiritual nature. And maybe your biggest question is, should I do the tried and true, or should I do something that's more esoteric? If this is about your love life, you might be realizing that your marriage is not what it seems to be. Your intuition is telling you this, but you may not be listening. You may be in denial. What crosses you is the Queen of Wands. I think that in some cases, some of you women may be with a mama's boy who's controlled by a very bossy woman, a drama queen type of woman who wants all the attention. This is supposed to be Sagittarius, but the sunflower to me screams Leo. But it doesn't have to be a Leo, but that drama queen, look at me type of person. And a mother-in-law from hell, monster-in-law, that kind of person who is very possessive of her son. That kind of person, the reason she's like that, she's been replaced. So she's going to do everything she can to kind of keep you from having your husband to yourself, if you're a woman. What's coming in is the Ten of Pentacles. This is an inheritance card. And this Actually, too, because the Page of Pentacles can be receiving a message about money, but it's in the spiritual position. So I'm feeling like it's something that you may kind of leap upon and think that, oh my gosh, this is going to be the answer to everything. But you have to realize this is family money. And that means that whatever goes along with it, it's like sometimes you have to pay the price for that money. And only you can decide if it's worth that price. And sometimes if it is an actual inheritance, it might be that somebody is trying to keep you from it, and you know that. The high priestess, it's right below the Ten of Pentacles is right below the high priestess. So you may have this intuition about this money that somebody is, maybe it's the Queen of Wands. And in those cases, it can be that there are two families, and maybe this woman this could be like your stepmother. And she had her own children, and you might be the first family, and you're the children from the first family, and it's like she sees that as competition. The outcome is the Three of Swords. So this can be a situation of feeling rejected or feeling, passed over, rejected, unloved by something that transpires. That's why I picked an additional card. And this can be three-party situation. So whether it is, you and your husband and his mistress, or you and your husband and his mother. But there's like, it's something that can be painful. Sometimes the Three of Swords, though, can be cutting something off very abruptly. Like you're not even going to. So, for instance, you're married to someone and you've had a lot of problems. Maybe it is because of his mother, or it could be because of his baby mama. That she's trying to hold on to him through through the child or children, and keeping you as second fiddle, because you don't, she was there first, so she's trying to do that. But if he is weak and he is not putting his foot down and saying and telling his mother or telling his ex that you're in his life now, then you might be saying he has to go, and you're not going to go back and forth anymore with him. So I picked a clarification card. I got the King of Pentacles. You have some money here for some reason. I don't know if maybe this is saying get a financial advisor for this money that is coming in. Something is coming in, but there can be drama surrounding it, I guess is what I would say. Some money could be coming in. Some big money could be coming in. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a private reading, I do astrology or the tarot or both. I have package deals for full-length tarot and astrology readings called The Whole Enchilada. And I have individual readings. You can find out more information at the link below. Thanks for watching. Bye.